Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nurul Afifa binti Cik Nazmi from Management Information System. Today I would like to present Chapter 8, Securing Information System. Okay, let's continue. I want to explain about Subtopic 8.1. Why are information systems vulnerable to disruption, error, and abuse? In short, if you operate a business today, you need to make security and control a top priority. Meanwhile, security refers to the policy, procedures, and technical measures used to prevent unauthorized access, alteration, theft, or physical damage to information system. Control are methods, policy, and organizational procedures that ensure the safety of the organization asset, the accuracy and reliability of its records, and operational adherence to management standards. Okay, let's continue. Why systems are vulnerable. When large amounts of data are stored in electronic form, they are vulnerable to many kinds of threats. Through communication networks, information systems in different locations are interconnected. The second point is systems malfunction if computer hardware breaks down, is not configured properly, or is damaged by improper use or criminal acts. Errors in programming, improper installation, or unauthorized change cause computer software to fail. Power failures, floods, fires, or other natural disasters can also disrupt computer systems. The third point is domestic or offshore partnering with another company contribute to system vulnerability if valuable information resides on networks and computers outside the organization control. In addition, the popularity of handheld mobile devices for business computing adds to this worse. Portability makes cell phones, smartphones, and tablet computers easy to lose or steal. Okay, next I want to show you Figure 8.1, Contemporary Security Challenge and Vulnerabilities. The architecture of a web-based application typically includes a web client, a server, and corporate information systems links to database. Each of these components presents security challenges and vulnerabilities. Floods, fires, power failures, and other electrical problems can cause disruption at any point in the network. Okay, next I want to explain internal vulnerabilities. Large public networks such as the internet are more vulnerable than internal networks because they have virtually open to anyone. The internet is so huge that when abuse do occur, they can have an enormous widespread impact. Furthermore, most voice over IP traffic over the internet is not encrypted. In addition, vulnerability has also increased from widespread use of email, instant messaging, and peer-to-peer file sharing programs. Popular instant messaging applications for consumers do not use a secure layer of text message, so they can be intercepted and read by outside during transmission over the internet. Instant messaging activity over the internet can in some cases be used as a backdoor to an otherwise secure network. Sharing files over peer-to-peer networks, such as those for illegal music sharing, may also transmit malicious software or expose information on either individual or corporate computers to outsiders. The next is wireless security challenges. Is it safe to log onto a wireless network at an airport, library, or other public location? It depends on how vigilant you are. Even the wireless network in your home is vulnerable because radio frequency bands are easy to scan. Furthermore, Wi-Fi transmission technology was designed to make it easy for stations to find and hear one another. The service set identify the access point in a Wi-Fi network are broadcast multiple times and can be picked up fairly easily by intruder sniffer programs. Wireless networks in many locations do not have basic protection against while driving, in which cars droppers drive by buildings or park outside and try to intercept wireless network traffic. In addition, an intruder who has associated with an access point by using the correct SSID is capable of accessing other resources on the network. For example, the intruder could use the Windows operating system to determine which other users are connected to the network, access their computer hard drives, and open or copy their file. Okay, next I want to explain malicious software, viruses, worms, Trojan horses, and spyware. Malicious software programs are referred to as malware and include a variety of threats such as computer viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. A computer virus is a regular software program that attaches itself to other software programs or data files to be executed, usually without user knowledge or permission. Most computer viruses deliver a payload. Viruses typically spread from computer to computer when humans take an action such as sending an email, attachment, or copying an infected file. Most recent attacks have come from worms, which are independent computer programs that copy themselves from one computer to other computers over a network. Unlike viruses, worms can operate on their own without attaching to other computer program files and rely less on human behavior to spread from computer to computer. In addition, worms and viruses are often spread over the internet from files of downloaded software, from file attached to email transmission, or from compromised email message, online ads, or instant messaging. Viruses have also invaded computerized information systems from infected disks or infected machines. Especially prevalent today are drive-by downloads consisting of malware that comes with a downloaded file that a user intentionally or unintentionally requests. Okay, let's continue. A Trojan horse is a software program that appears to be benign but then does something other than expected. The Trojan horse is not itself a virus because it does not replicate, but it is often aware of viruses or other malicious code to be introduced into a computer system. And another, SQL injection attacks have become a major malware threat. SQL injection attacks take advantage of vulnerabilities in poorly coded web application software to introduce malicious program code into a company's systems and networks. Malware known as ransomware is proliferating on both desktop and mobile devices. Ransomware tries to extort money from users by taking control of their computers or displaying annoying pop-up messages. Some types of spyware also act as malicious software. These small programs install themselves surreptitiously on computers to monitor user web surfing activity and serve up advertising. Thousands of forms of spyware have been documented. And the last loggers record every keystroke made on a computer to steal serial numbers of software, to launch internet attacks, to gain access to email accounts, to obtain password through protected computer system, or to pick up personal information such as credit cards or bank account numbers. The Zeus Trojan described early users' keylogins. Other spyware programs reset web browser homepage, redirect research requests, or slow performance by talking up too much memory. Next point is hacker and computer crime. A hacker is an individual who intends to gain unauthorized access to a computer system. Within the hacking community, the term cracker is typically used to denote a hacker with criminal intent. Although in the public press, the terms hacker and cracker are used interchangeably. Hacker activities have broadened beyond mere system intrusion to include theft of goods and information, as well as system damage and cyber vandalism. The intentional disruption, defacement, or even destruction of a website or corporate information system. Okay, I want to explain spoofing and sniffing. Spoofing may also involve redirecting a web link to an address different from the intended one, with the site masquerading as the intended destination. For example, if hackers redirect customers to a fake website that look almost exactly like the true site, they can then collect and process orders, effectively stealing business as well as sensitive customer information from the true site. A sniffer is a type of eavesdropping program that monitors information traveling over a network. Sniffers enable hackers to steal proprietary information from anywhere on a network, including an email message, company file, and confidential reports. The next point is denial of service attacks. In a denial of service attack, hackers fool a network server or web server with many thousands of false communications of requests for service to crash the network. A distributed denial of service attack uses numerous computers to inundate and overwhelm the network from numerous launch points. Perpetrators of denial of service often use thousands of zombie PC infected with malicious software without their owner's knowledge and organized into a bonnet. 90% of the world's spam and 80% of the world's malware are delivered by bonnets. For example, a new version of the Pashto spamming bonus was detected in spring 2050. Computers in more than 50 countries were infected. Pashto has existed since 2007 despite numerous attempts to shut it down. Okay, I want to explain computer crime. A computer crime defined as any violations of criminal law that involve a knowledge of computer technology for their perpetration, investigation, or prosecution. Many companies are reluctant to report computer crimes because the crimes may involve employees or the company fears that publicizing its vulnerability will hurt its reputation. The most economically damaging kinds of computer crimes are DOS attacks, activities of malicious insiders, and web-based attacks. Okay, next I want to discuss identity theft. Identity theft is a crime in which an imposter obtains key pieces of personal information such as social security numbers, driver's license numbers, or credit card numbers to impersonate someone else. The information may be used to obtain credit, merchandise, or services in the name of the victim or to provide the thief with false credentials. One increasingly popular tactic is a form of spoofing called phishing. Phishing involves setting up fake websites or sending email messages that look like those of legitimate businesses to ask users for confidential personal data. Phishing techniques called evil twins and palming are harder to detect. Evil twins are wireless networks that pretend to offer trustworthy Wi-Fi connection to the internet, such as those in airport lounges, hotels, or coffee shops. The bogus network looks identical to a legitimate public network. Palming directs user to a bogus web page even when the individual types the correct web page address into his or her browser. Okay, the next is click fraud. Click fraud occurs when an individual or computer program fraudulently clicks an online ad without any intention of learning more about the advertiser or making a purchase. Click fraud has become a serious problem as Google and other websites that further pay per click online advertising. The next is global threat, cyber terrorism, and cyber warfare. Attack servers for malware are now hosted in more than 200 countries and territories. Cyber warfare is a state-sponsored activity designed to cripple and defeat another state or nation by penetrating its computers or networks to cause damage and disruption. Cyber warfare also includes defending against these types of attacks. Okay, let's continue. The next point is internal threats. Employees. We tend to think the security threats to a business originates outside the organization. Employees have access to privileged information, and in the presence of sloppy internal security procedure, they are often able to roam throughout an organization system without leaving a trace. In addition, malicious intruders seeking system access sometimes trick employees into revealing their passwords by pretending to be legitimate members of the company in need of information. This practice is called social engineering. Okay, the last point is software vulnerability. Growing complexity and size of software programs coupled with demands of timely delivery to markets have contributed to an increase in software flaws or vulnerabilities. A major problem with software is the presence of hidden bugs or program code defects. Studies have shown that it is virtually impossible to eliminate all bugs from large programs. In addition, zero defects cannot be achieved in larger programs. Complete testing simply is not possible. Fully testing programs that contain thousands of choices and millions of paths would require thousands of years. Flaws in commercial software not only impede in performance but also create security vulnerabilities that open network to intruders. Especially troublesome are zero-day vulnerability, which are hole in the software and known to its creator. Hackers then exploit this security hole before the vendor becomes aware of the problem and hires to fix it. These types of vulnerability is called zero-day because the author of the software has 0 day. Furthermore, to correct software flaws once they are identified, the software vendor creates small pieces of software called patches to repair the flaws without distributing the proper operation of software. Okay, that's all from me for today. Thank you for your listening and watching. Have a good day, everyone.